Hello children, this is Ipshita Gangopadhyay, teacher from Trinity International School. Students, we have already completed with our first chapter, that is plant life. In the previous video, we have also done with our exercises, and only the question on page number 17, differentiate between the following, was remaining. So today I am going to give you the solution for the question, differentiate between the following. So please open your textbook, page number 17, and take out your sketchbook along with it. So in your sketchbook you have already written all the answers that we have discussed. So this is the question which was remaining for you. In the previous video I have already told you that the difference between the following I will give you in writing. So today I am going to give the difference between the following, that is page number 17, question at length, B part, differentiate between the following, and rest all the questions we have done in our previous video. So please write down the difference. Okay, so first one is differentiate between simple leaf and compound leaf. So write down the first question, differentiate between simple leaf and compound leaf. Now, for differentiating, we have to draw parts, isn't it? So one page should be divided into two parts so that we can write the difference between the two things. Okay, so take your page, that is the lined page, because this is a writing part, so you have to use your ruled page. Okay, not the empty page or the plain page. Just take your ruled page, then divide the page into two parts and write the differentiation. Okay, so first one, simple leaf and compound leaf. So see, I have written B, differentiate. You have to write the question, simple leaf and compound leaf. Then I have given you the answer. So simple leaf. So we have to part the page into two halves. Simple leaf and compound leaf. Okay. Now write down the differentiation. First point. In simple leaf, there is a single leaf blade or lamina. In compound leaf, the lamina is divided into many small parts called leaflets. Second point, leaflet has axillary bud. So what is axillary bud? You have been already taught. Now second one is leaflets do not have axillary buds. And the third one is example, mango leaf, banana leaf. Here example, neem leaves and rose leaves. So in your differentiation question, you are expected to always write the example. आप डिफरेंशिएशन का कोई भी क्वेश्चन आएगा तो आप उसमें यदि लास्ट पॉइंट एग्जाम्पल का देंगे तो उसमें आपका वेटेज ज़्यादा रहता है. Okay, so try to give examples. So I have already given you the example. So write it down. 3 points are there. Okay, now go for the second question. Now we will go for the next question, that is differentiate between reticulate venation and parallel venation. So write down the question, reticulate venation and parallel venation. So the difference, see, write it down. The reticulate venation, parallel venation, again I have taken two parts. So one is for reticulate venation and next is for parallel venation. So first point, the arrangement of veins and veinlets on the lamina of a leaf are irregularly distributed, forming a network. Here in this, the arrangement of veins on the lamina of a leaf are parallel to each other. Okay. Now second one, example, mango leaf, people leaf. Here banana leaf and grass. If you want to show the diagram, you can also do a rough diagram for this. Okay. So if you don't want to draw the diagram, no need, but just for your sake I have drawn the diagram. See here, and this one, see, parallel venation. Okay. Now third question, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Again make two parts and write the answer. Self-pollination, cross-pollination. When pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of the same flower or different flower of the same plant, it is called self-pollination. This is the first point. Here, when pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of the flower on another plant but of the same species, it is called cross-pollination. And second point, here pollination can happen in the same plant. So only one plant, if one plant is there, self-pollination can happen. Now here pollination happens from one plant to another plant but of same species. So here two plants plays role. From one plant to another plant the pollen grains are transferred. So here two plant is necessary, here one plant is only required for the pollination. Okay, so this is the third one. Now the last question, monocot seeds and dicot seeds. So again we have to differentiate. Write down the differentiation. Now write down the difference between monocot seeds and dicot seeds. First point, the seeds which have one cotyledon are called as monocot seeds. The seed which have two cotyledons are called dicot seeds. Means when you break up the seed, this will not break up into two halves, this will break up into two halves. Okay, already while explaining I have told you. Okay, then second one is example, wheat, rice, corn. Okay, these seeds we cannot break into two halves. Okay, now example here is gram, pea and wheat. So with this we end up with all the differentiation question. Students, I have already given the C part answer in your previous video. I have already marked the answers for each questions. So please go through whatever is instructed for this answer. Isn't it? I have already marked all the answers for you in the previous video, and wherever diagram is necessary you have to draw in the plain page, that also I have instructed. So on page number 17 we have completed with A, B, C part, and In the next page number 18, you have one more D part, so we will do that. Okay, students, now we have come to the D part on page number 18. Can you see the D part over here? So here what is given is, read the given process of fertilization carefully. Identify the incorrect parts of the process. So here you have been given with fertilization process, and in this paragraph you have certain incorrect parts. So please make it correct. Okay. So take your pencils in your hand, and wherever I am telling you, mark that. Okay. Now first is, fertilization is the fusion of male gamete with the female gamete. Full stop. When anther reaches the stigma. So here you have to mark anther. So what is reaching? What is reaching here? Anther or the pollen grains? There should be. Anther is the wrong one. So mark it. So above that write pollen grains. When pollen grain reaches the stigma. Okay. Now go for next line. Germinates to produce a long pollen tube. The tube carries the female gamete and grows through the style. So the tube carries the female gamete. Is it the female gamete which is carried? No. So please mark here, already anther marked, your female gamete. Mark female gamete. So it should be your male gamete. इधर male gamete लिखना है आपको. Okay. Male gamete. So mark female and make it male. And grows through the style to reach the ovary inside the ovule. Okay. Then on reaching the ovary, the female cell present in the anther unites with the egg cell in the ovule. So what type of cell is present in anther? So what type of cell is present? Now see here. The female cell present in the anther. So anther has male cells. So mark this female word and make it male. Okay. So male cell present in the anther unites with the egg cell in the ovule. Okay. The single cell produced as a result is called embryo. So embryo, mark the embryo word, and here you have to write, instead of embryo, zygote. What you will write? Zygote. Okay. So you have just taken out 1, 2, 3, 4 incorrect words. Okay. So 4 incorrect words, make it correct. Write the correct word above these incorrect words. So when anther reaches the stigma, here you have to write the pollen grains. The tube carries the female gametes, you have to write male. Then again the female cell present, you have to write male. And here in embryo you are going to write zygote. Okay. So with this we completed off all the exercises questions. Okay. Now if you go for this observe and perform, so here what is given is, observe the picture carefully and answer the question that follow. Okay. Now here you can see the cactus plant, here you can see the pea plant with tendrils, and here the peach plant, isn't it? So name the plants. So one by one you are going to name the plants, then mention the type of leaf modification seen in each plant, then explain each case how the leaf modification is beneficial for the plants. ओके. सो फर्स्ट पिक्चर आपको देखना है, कैक्टस पिक्चर लिया आपने, फिर उसका नाम लिखना है, नेम द प्लांट, फिर उसका मॉडिफिकेशन क्या है. मॉडिफिकेशन इज इट हैज़ द लीव्स हैव transformed into modified into a spines, and what is the function of spine that you are going to write. फिर आपको सेकंड पिक्चर लेना है, सेकंड पिक्चर फिर उसका नाम लिखना है, फिर क्या मॉडिफिकेशन हुआ है लीफ में, टेंड्रिल्स है, isn't it? Now tendrils is for what? What is the use of tendrils? To support, isn't it? So that you are going to write. Then if you go for this picture plant, then again you have to name the plant. Then what is the leaf modification? Leaf is modified into the shape of picture, isn't it? And what is that for? What is beneficial? Beneficial is it can trap the insect, isn't it? So these things you are going to write it down. Okay, so observe and perform. So this is an activity. Okay, now you have apply your learning. Can flowers pollinate in complete absence of wind? So whether flowers can pollinate if wind is not there? Yes, it can pollinate. Through what? Through water, through insect, through animals, isn't it? It can pollinate. Okay, now you have been given a completely dried out mango seed which looks dead. Is embryo inside the seed still alive? Do you think this seed can germinate? Give reason to justify your answer. Yes, it is dried up. Dried up means embryo can be present inside it, and you have to what? You have to go for watering of this seed and try to make it what? Dried seed to be made wet, and you should water it, water this seed, and you can see in few days whether the new seedling is coming up or not. Then it will show that the dried out mango has embryo or not. Okay, now using the internet, find out any 5 ways in which trees help the environment. Write them on chart paper and hang it in the classroom. So this is your project type of question. Okay, so using internet you can take out the information regarding trees which can help the environment. Okay, so when you will come to school, that time teacher will give you. Okay, now here integrate your learning with geography. Different plants are grown in different parts. This is because of variety of climate found in our country. Find out about 5 such vegetations across the country. Also find out the favorable conditions like weather and type of soil required for the growth. Make a report on your finding. So in your geography chapter, maybe you are having the chapter about your plants, about your soil, isn't it? I think you have already learned something in geography regarding the plantations, like wherever the soil is present, that is black soil, then loamy soil, that thing you are going for that. So types of soil is different types of soil will produce different types of plants. Okay, so this is regarding that only. And climate and environment is also helpful for the production of different types of plants, isn't it? So if you think that in Kashmir apple trees can be found, but in Mumbai we cannot find an apple tree. Why? Because in Kashmir the climate is cool and it is a mountain area, but in Mumbai it is not a mountain area, the climate is not so cool like Kashmir. So different types of plants are produced in Mumbai, and in Kashmir different types of plants are produced. So this is a small example I have given you regarding the integrate with geography pattern. Okay, now again you have been given with projects and activity. Visit a garden and collect leaves of different plants. So if you go for a garden, you can see variety of plants are there, flowering plants, non-flowering plants. So you can take out any leaves of all these plants and you can just observe what is the difference between all the leaves. Then second question is you can observe for the size, shape, venation, margin. Okay, this is your project. Then visit a nearby park garden, collect small specimens of different plants and make a herbarium. Write the names of plants collected. You have already heard about aquarium. Aquarium means water related things, isn't it? And this is a herbarium. Herbarium means plants. You have to make a small garden, okay, of different types of plants. So with this we end up with these projects and activity. Now this part, review your learning. So I am not giving any answers for this activity, okay, because this is review your learning, what you have learned from this chapter. That thing you have to recollect it and you have to write the answers. So this is a sort of homework for you, isn't it? So just look for all the videos and just learn everything and just recollect whatever you have learned, and accordingly you have to write the answers for this. And I believe that we have given all the information whatever is in the book, and you have also learned it properly, and along with that we have done so many exercises, questions. So after that only these questions are there. So I believe that you will do this as your learning paper, okay. So this is about review your learning. So I think you will do this, okay, because small questions are only there. Answer in one word, then identify the errors, then match the columns, answer in short, then answer in details. So these answers you have to learn it, okay, learn it. And if you want to try it, you can write in your notebook as your homework, okay. So with this we complete off with our biology chapter number 1. Thank you.